welcome to the Geek Lab, and for today's video I got something a little bit different, which is what we like to do. This time we've got this Wave BP fitness tracker, which has been very kindly sent to me by Riversong, free for an unbiased review. Now there are many fitness trackers out there, and some of them cost a fair penny, but this one, although not exactly, cheap, is far cheaper than the mainstream ones at the current price when filming, £31. And if you are one of my subscribers, you can use the code below to save even more money on that. So, how do these compare to the others? Well, let's have a look at exactly what we get. Well, first of all, there's the box. The box is nothing. You'll notice I'm holding the top down because I've already been wearing this. There's no use reviewing something you've not been testing. But the box itself, nothing special, pretty plain, just gives you the basic details. Riversong fitness tracker, heart rate monitor, anyway, we'll look inside. Android app on Google Play and App Store. Yes, we'll have a look at that in a moment. But inside, there's nothing special here. It's all very simple stuff, very simple packaging, and a very simple manual. There's the watch. I'll put that to one side and have a quick look at the manual. Right, the manual itself is very basic. It does cover the basics of what the watch is, what the features are on the watch, and it gives you a link to download the app, which we'll look at in a moment, because the entire watch is basically controlled from the app. The watch itself doesn't do much. It has no real interface, which is interesting the first time you use one. It tells you how to charge it, which did confuse me at first, but we'll get on to that. And it tells you its basic functions. What happens is you scroll through the different screens and gives you some Bluetooth and other bits of advice, and that's about it. It tells you the CPU and all that, but most people aren't interested in that. But if you are interested, it's a Nordic NR 51822 70 milliamp hour battery. Standby time 2 to 3 days, which, yep, I would verify that. Screen size 0.87 inch, and yep, waterproof, life waterproof. Now, I have not tried at all to verify the fact that it's waterproof, but let's have a look at it anyway. Right, so here's the watch, and you'll notice at the front it has this screen. It's a lot brighter in real life than it's actually coming up on the camera. You touch this little area here. There is no physical button, but you do have a little mark there to just tell you where it is, and you touch that for it to come on. Yeah, it's not showing up too well, probably because I've got the lights on. But I shall show you that without the lights in a moment. The wrist strap itself is rubber, but it's very well made. No flaws in the design there. It's very hard wearing. The watch itself, plastic back. You can see there at the back the sensors for the heart rate and blood pressure, and the screws there to get it open should you need to for any reason. Don't see any reason you would to. And rubber strap on this end with a metal clasp there for clasping it around your wrist. Like that, just clips like that. So, yeah, the watch itself, no qualms about the quality of this. It's excellent. Now, charging it is a different matter, and this is what caught me out when I first got it. It's a bit of a scary operation because there is no obvious charging port on this watch. As you can see, the charging port is actually under the strap, so what you have to do is pull the strap out, and that can be quite scary because it is quite tough. So you think you're breaking it, and you just plug that into a USB charger, and that charges. Takes about an hour because it's not a very high capacity battery because it's just a watch. So yeah, and then that comes back on, quite stiff. This side also comes off, so you can swap bands if you want. Now let's put this on my sexy wrist and show you the features of the watch itself. Alright, here we have the watch on my lovely, sexy, ginger-haired wrist. Isn't that lovely? I hope that's not putting you off. But anyway, let's have a look at the functions of the watch itself. All we do, switch it on once it's powered. To power it, you just hold down this button for 3 or 4 seconds and it comes on. Once it's charged, mine didn't actually come charged, so you need to do that. Now the flickering on the screen, as usual, is not due to the watch itself, that's due to the frequency difference between the watch and the camera. You can actually see the date when I've recorded this. So your basic functions, it does switch off after a short while to save power, but you've got your battery indicator, Bluetooth, it's not connected at the moment, time 21:12 at the moment, and the date at the back in the American format, so that's caught me out a couple of times. So all you do is press that, and then you press it again, and it will go to your steps, how many steps you've done today. Everything's based on that day. You've got your kilometers walked that day, and your calories burnt, and then you've got blood pressure. Now you can do a live blood pressure reading if you leave it there. And as you put it in BPM mode or blood pressure mode, these are the lights that go off at the back. You see the green flashes then. That's the way it measures your BPM. Beyond that, how that actually works, I have no idea. It's all voodoo magic. Somebody will tell you. You can look up on Google. And if you go to the next screen, it will give you your BPM as well. It will start at the high range and work its way down, so it can be a bit scary when you first started thinking your blood's, so you're thinking that your heart's beating its ass off, and it's not. And the last screen there is your sleep. It will tell you how many hours sleep you've had. We'll look at the sleep function in a moment, as we're going to be looking next at the software that controls it. Okay, once you've used the QR scanner to download the software, you'll get this called H-Band. Open it up, and we'll go to the dashboard first, where you can see, this is where it will open up, and you'll see different information on your day. You can see the steps you've made during the day. It's been disconnected today, so it's not showing anything, but you can see in the past how many steps here I have done. You can click on the steps and through time to see, there we go, how many steps you've done each hour in the day, and you can move to prior days like that and like that. So if we go backwards, you can look at sleep data. So if I click on that, you can see today I've had no sleep. Well, it wasn't on today, but in prior days you can see that will give you sleep data. There's a graph showing your light sleep and your heavy sleep. Your deep sleep is dark blue, and your light sleep is the light blue. You can't zoom in on the graph or anything like that to give you exact timings or anything. But you can go through different days and see different times there. So your full sleep time, your wake up time, the amount of deep sleep you had, and the amount of light sleep you had, which is all very good. As for reliability and how accurate these are, studies do show that these watches are quite accurate at doing this. They measure it through gyroscopes, measuring your movements, and apparently they are quite accurate. So that's just sleep. You can see your heart rate. It's not been connected today, but in prior days, there we go. You can see my heart rate throughout the day. Connected, disconnected, and if you scroll through this, you can see individual readings, and even a little guy there that shows you, rest, move, medium, mass, or strenuous. So you see different beats there. You can see it's mine's usually up on towards 60. So there we go. And your blood pressure. No data for today, but prior days, you can see we've had readings there. So and there and there. Now the sleep mode, you don't have to tell it you're going to sleep. It will recognize the fact you've done so. You can use the buttons at the bottom here to actually get live readings. Press play there and it will take a reading. Same with your blood pressure there. Now there is a running app, which will, I haven't got the map set up at the moment because it's switched off the Wi-Fi, but it will show you a map and it will show you the basics of where you've been. It doesn't link heartbeat and blood pressure live to the run, so it's a very basic app on that one. And settings, this is where it gets interesting. So first of all, you need to connect it, so press there. Application is requesting permission to turn on Bluetooth. Allow, yes, turn on Bluetooth, There we go, we see the watch because it's already paired. Pairing is a very simple procedure, it's just your usual Bluetooth pairing procedure. And there you go, it's connected successfully. This bit at the top I blurred out because that's showing my email address. Right, so first one, my device V07. You can see message notification. Press that and you can select on and off different messages that you'll get. And the messages do come up sideways on the screen, so you can read them and press the button to scroll along, which is rather nice. Next one is the alarm. You can set the alarm. There are no sounds on these watches. You only get vibrations, so that's all you'll get. But you'll get sound coming from the phone itself. The phone itself. Now, outfit setting, I've not used myself. This will allow you to set start time, stop time, and then it will start vibrating if you've not moved within a certain period of time, which is handy if you want to keep yourself moving. I've not used that. Per device, obvious. Switch setting, night turn wrist. Now, this is the one that I believe switches it on when you move your wrist. It's not that reliable, so I've got it switched off, and I just touch the screen to switch it on. It's no biggie. Wear detection obviously detects when it's on, and HR and BP automatic monitoring, switch them on, and every half hour it will take readings of both. I've used this when I'm asleep, and that's how I got the records you've seen on the screen prior. Take photo. Actually allows you to take photo from your phone. The watch is not capable of taking a photo, but it will take photos using your phone. BP private mode. This obviously sets what your target blood pressure should be. There you go. And will give you warnings. Hang on. Setting your personal tailored blood pressure mode to obtain more accurate data. Set your accurate blood pressure value without taking hypotensives. Changing personal mode will change both the personal mode of manual testing and device testing. Basically, it gives you more accurate blood pressure readings. Beyond that, I'm not quite sure. Reset device password. Yep, obviously change password. And firmware upgrade. The first thing this thing did when I paired it was upgrade its firmware. So it's on the latest version already, and you've got the disconnect option there. So, Sport Goal. On Sport Goal, you can suggest how many steps is your target each day. Save that and it'll tell you if you're meeting your target or not. Sleep is your target sleep hours per day. Got mine set at 7. I'll be lucky to get that. Unit setting. You can change between metric and imperial. Feedback gives you a chance to obviously give feedback. You can even add a picture if you want and send the company some feedback, which is nice. And about us just tells you, there we go, latest version, stuff like that. And you've got third party platform, which is We Run, which is an app. You've got to download it. I've not used that, so I don't know much about that. Log out, and that's it for your app. So what do I think of it? Well, I've been using it for about a week, and to say I'm impressed is an understatement. The build quality is excellent. Functionality for a gadget in this price range is very good. You get a lot for your money. Reliability, yep, it's thoroughly reliable. We did lose the Bluetooth connection a couple of times during the week, but it does warn you about that on software, and you just reset and off it went, perfectly working. The software, I would like to see more integration between the blood pressure and heartbeat and the running software. That would be nice to get the readings as you go around, and the ability to set the time intervals between when it does recording, because at the moment it's every half hour, or you can run a continuous, but it would be nice to, in the software, have it like set to run every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes, instead of continuous or every half hour. That would be a nice improvement and possibly something we could do in the future. But other than that, for this £30 gadget, I have no real complaints. If you're interested in one, I have links to Amazon down below, and I have a subscriber code which allows you to get a discount on the already discounted price. So if you enjoy videos like this, then please subscribe. You can join us on social media links down below. And thanks to Riversong for sending this, and thanks to you for watching. Thank you very much.
You need to quit being dirty. You're a dirty boy.